When we first opened, at the time, it was the only place in town you could buy new records. When you first enter the store on that side of the building, it's all new records. And now we expanded to this side and we have all used records over here. Business is really good. We doubled in size, and that was all because Kansas City works really hard to support local. I get to see collections leave one family and as they're done with them, and they bring them in and we get to recycle. And so they stay in the neighborhood and they get new owners into another generation. Those of us who love vinyl for a long time will say it never went away. So, saying it's come back is, painful to some of us because it never left. But it did almost die. It's still a really a niche market, but there are more and more people who have never collected vinyl that are excited about it. I love vinyl just because it forces me to actually listen to music and not just make it a background. So I'm a part of the experience. So I get what I want to hear, put the needle on the record. It's more of a tactile experience. You listen to it all the way through. You have to be aware. You can't zone out because halfway through you're going to have to silence. It definitely has a different sound to it as well. I think most of us are at this point used to listen to things that are streaming. There's a lot of really high quality WAV files out there for sure, but in general a lot of those files are clipped on the ends. You're hearing a portion of the sound that recording has. So when you listen to an actual record, you're hearing it's a mostly analog recording, and so you're going to definitely hear a warmth to it. Everyone likes to reminisce with the crackles. I personally don't like the crackles. That means I'm listening to a record that's a little bit older, but there definitely is that part of it as well.
To me, it's the fact that it forces me to sit still and focus on it rather than just putting an MP3 album on and jumping around doing stuff. Downloads
are so available that they have zero value, and so they're not interesting anymore. They're just completely disposable.
I also like the big physical package. If you get an MP3 album and you just get one little digital album cover, I don't know, it's kind of boring to me.
Millennials are interested in vinyl for the same reasons that the rest of us are, is the tactile experience part of it. Millennials want to own less things, but they want to own better things. And so their experience with vinyl is showing them that it's the better way to own music, not just a download.
It also brings back that old feeling of going and looking for stuff and seeing what other people are looking for and then branching off of that, as opposed to just sitting online and Googling oh, this album's really good, this album's really good. Sometimes it's fun to just, scroll through stuff and find an album based on the album cover that you like.
You Make Me Feel Brand New was the radio hit. That's the first record I ever bought as a kid. What I recommend is the first record that you want to buy when you start your collection is buy a record that you love, that you're obsessed with, that you have to hear over and over again, because then you're going to start the experience right. Start with what you love, and then you sort of fill in from there.